Always worry about quarterback depth. We've been fortunate in the past that we've gotten to our second-team quarterback and even to our third-team quarterback, and they have played pretty well. In my opinion, playing quarterback at this level is more difficult now than it has been in my 30-something years in college football for two reasons. One, because defensive linemen at this level are starting to change games like defensive linemen have been in the NFL for 20 years. Such better athletes than we've ever seen rushing the quarterback. And two, the systems on defense are much more complicated than it used to be even 6-7 years ago. So I worry about that. I think it's going to be an issue that we all have across college football, because with open transfer, that's the one position where it seems to be leading the charge that if I or that player's not the quarterback, then we're seeing them take a tendency and just go somewhere else and want to be the guy. So I think this is going to be common. I don't know that it'll be easy to keep more than 2 to 3 quarterbacks on scholarship at once, just based on the availability of the open market. Spencer had a great year last year. I mean, we would all like to say that, you know, we can keep a card, discard, and he'd like to discard the championship game and keep the others. But we didn't protect him very well. And I've said this all along, and I'll say it again. You watch high school games and college games and watch NFL games, and I see quarterbacks that are ranked really high, and if you don't protect them, they don't play very well. And there's times that he didn't play as well as he wanted to, but we did not protect him very well, and we didn't rush the football. And when that happens, it's difficult for a quarterback. So Spencer had a great year last year, and he's mature. He gets it. He's humble. He competes. We need to get him out of some of the reps this spring. He doesn't like that, but we need to get his work and let him go over there and let the other guys get some quality work, because he's had a lot of work. But I think he speaks the language very well. I know that they're comfortable with Rattay, and obviously Dunn's system's not going to change. We're going to do what we do. So he should be in good shape as we move forward.
You know, it's just like I said earlier, just builds relationships. Obviously being here so long, I've got a relationship with all of them, so it's just like, you know, we know how each other think. I've been here for so long, so when he says something, I know probably what he's implying before he even tells me what he wants to do.
Have you laid on any goals for this year for yourself, personally or team-wise or anything, or is it way too early?
I mean, it's never way too early for anything. I'd say for spring, it was just more of just being a better leader, you know, being more vocal, helping the guys. Like I said, we got a lot of young guys on this team right now. Just bringing those guys up, you know, letting their confidence get up there. Because, I mean, if you're here, you're a great player, so I mean, I believe in it too. So, you know, really just kind of bringing up those young guys and just letting them know, like, hey, we're all in this together. You know, there's no single, there's no one. You know, you make a bad play, you let it go. You make a good play, you let it go. So hopefully we can just build and just, you know, become together as like we were last year.
With just 4 quarterbacks, do you have to back off a little bit and not push yourself too hard in terms of going out on the field and trying to throw all the time and be the guy all the time?
I mean, negative. You always push yourself to be better. You always push yourself to be the guy. I mean, I've always had that competitive drive to be the number one. So I'm going to keep pushing myself, and hopefully it helps the guys around me to keep pushing, because, I mean, I'm setting an example for the young guys below me, so hopefully he steps up and does the same thing. All of them. I mean, I'm not going to be the one that's going to end up being the pick I want. You know, we got a bunch of them. You know, like Garrett. I'll bring up Garrett just because he's in my room. You know, I think like he brings good leadership. You know, he's always going to smile. He's always tossing and trying his best. Shetron, you know, that'll help us out at receiver. Tavery, that'll help us out at tight end. You know, we got a couple other guys. I feel like they're all help us. You know, like I said earlier, we're all in this together. So hopefully we can all come together. Be one.
How has Garrett done? I guess just learning the terminology, playbook, and all that in these first couple months?
He's done pretty good, just from far as I can see. You know, he's out there operating the offense from only knowing it for 2 months. So, I mean, you don't see that a lot.
For more information, you can visit TULSAworld.com.